that was disappointing.
Yeah.
I think the Nigeria game was disappointing, but we decided to look. We decided to say, you know what, let's just look at the positives. We're still in a good seat, and a lot has happened since then.
Yeah.
We were not able to cover everything that has been happening. So just a brief reminder: before this game happened, South Africa, FIFA had docked South Africa 3 points because we had fielded an ineligible player for too many yellow cards, and that put us in a very tough situation, making a game against Zimbabwe, which if we would have looked at it 3 months ago, it would have been like, that's going to be a dead rubber.
Yeah.
We get to play the kids, we get to just have ourselves a good time, and now this game became the most important integral in our quest for World Cup qualification, and we just didn't get the job done.
We didn't get the job done, bro. And performance-wise, I'm happy, bro. In terms of the performance, we created chances. We did get into their box. We did take shots. Some were just unfortunate, bro, that the post was there. But there was, in those key moments, those moments are what define your qualification route to a World Cup. And Lal Foster had a chance.
He did.
To either make sure that he scores, or he lays it off to an Apollos who is in front of an open goal.
Yeah.
And he also hit the post. But we didn't start the game well.
We didn't. I think even when we were watching the game together, we were just saying it felt a bit frantic. It felt a bit stagnant. It felt like they were having a bit of a difficult time growing into the game, feeling each other, compared to the Nigeria game where we started absolutely incredibly.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Was it just... I don't know. I don't even know what to say, because I think, again, this is a Zimbabwe team who, for the most part, are dead last in the group.
Yeah, they haven't won a game.
They haven't won a game. So this was a game for the taking. And as much as, you know what, I can agree with you that we did play well, I don't feel like we made the most of it. We didn't do enough. And unfortunately, it's the minute... I think we hit the post twice.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but I don't know. And let's just kind of take this back to Hugo Broos's selection off the bat.
Yeah.
He played more or less the same squad with from the last game. I'd say with the addition of Sutole coming in for Talent Mbata and CBC coming in for Ngeza.
Ngeza wasn't suspended.
He's suspended, so he wasn't available for this game. And what is your take on that, just from off the bat?
I think CBC, naturally he's gonna be next in the pecking order if Ngeza is not available.
Right.
But Yaya starting this game when Talent Mbata and Mkwena and Obasa and Mkwena have formed a good partnership in midfield, and it showed because Yaya had to come off halftime. So and it allowed Mkwena to be more effective in forward areas, because Obas could just sit back and just clean up.
It gave him that freedom.
It gave him Mkwena freedom, and also gave our attackers and our fullbacks license to push forward, because they know, okay, it's Obas, Mbogas and CBC forming that back three that'll make sure we cover from counter attacks. And I was getting bypassed.
He was,
especially when Zimbabwe decided to play the ball long, and in aerial duels in midfield. Also Mkwena he was also suspect, because that's where they got chances to get at us. They got corners from it, and at some point you could hear Knowledge Mswana's on the ball. You could hear Kama Billat is on the ball. You could hear, who's this guy? Chire was on the ball now, more than our attackers.
More than our players,
And Hugo Broos did sort that out with the sub of Stole, but the Morena substitution didn't make sense.
It made no sense. I think that was just a massive fail. I think that was just unless we still haven't heard any word if he was injured or not. That was basically a tactical decision, and I would say that Nkota didn't have his best half in terms of decision making, but he still had a shot on target. He still had a snapshot opportunity that could have, we're gonna get to the goalkeeper of Zimbabwe, but I'd say I don't understand how, even if you're not playing well, he's a live wire. He's someone who makes things happen. He keeps things ticking. He gets us up the pitch. He makes a moment out of nothing. He keeps defenders busy, and you need that because other players are able to get into space and get opportunities to score. and I do feel like, again, Morena, I'd say he came in, he did a pretty serviceable job.
Yeah,
I'd say, decision making at times, I do feel like if he was a bit more, accurate with his balls into the box, maybe, I don't know, but for the most part, he was very frantic. You could see him, he was very busy, but I think the substitution just didn't make sense. It didn't need to happen. It was a needless substitution that I think, I'm looking back at it and I'm just, obviously we won't know, but I'm quite, I don't know, it was a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
I think just even the way that we set up, I think, I don't know, man.
I think that Yaya coming back in, because he still needed to get into the groove of, I'm back in the national team. I have to learn. Mfukeng's not there. Elias Mkwana, it's not him anymore. Apollos is now on the other side now. Mahopa is not a striker now, because that was the last time he played. That was sort of the mode of the team. Sipho Mbule wasn't there. Temba Zwane was there, so he still had to learn the game, and that sort of, I could say, maybe was part of the reason why we had a slow start, because he's in midfield. Him and Mkwena are supposed to be controlling the game, but he had to learn the game
in real time.
In real time.
Unfortunately, that's just the thing, because Zimbabwe, I can credit them. They were very resolute in the sense of they were not giving any chances away. They were very prompt in saying that we're going to shut you out. Any cross, any long shot was blocked, was counteracted, was pushed out for a corner. You could tell that they were very much saying, we're going to protect this part. We're going to be very narrow. We're going to let you guys play out in the spaces, try and break us down, put the balls in. We're going to block you. And it frustrated us. I think the second half, we were getting a lot more opportunities. And even in the first, I'd say both halves, actually, we did create a lot of good opportunities.
Yeah. It's just that the first 20 minutes went good.
We're just not great, but I'd say we kind of moved past that. And
Sipho Mbule's performance, though, man of the match, deservedly. I feel like he was the one making things tick. He was the one getting on the ball, trying to create something, bro.
His 1-2 that he had with Apollos towards the end of the first half, I was saying that's the best passage of play. If we can just do that, just allow our technical players to have the ball and to play around everyone, that I feel like will work well. But I do feel like maybe Mbule, him playing alone as the 10, maybe, I don't know if he probably needed someone else there as well with him in terms of another body, because I just feel like at certain points he was trying to do things by himself. He was really just trying to create, obviously Moreno was also on that side, but I just feel like
I think when Obas came in, that allowed Mkwena. You see, they played together since the Supersport days and at Sundowns too. When he came on, you could see, okay, Mbule has someone to receive the ball into and also look forward and look for passes, whether to Apollos or Marumo, who came on in the second half, or to Lyle Foster. Lyle Foster, his hold-up play wasn't the best in this game. He had such a he was fluctuating in this game. One moment he's having a nice moment, he's dribbling around people, he's creating chances, and the next time where you expect him to just do the simple thing, hold up and release it to your wingers or give it to Mbule, it didn't pan out. He had
two of the best chances of the entire game, I'd say, in terms of technically the best XG chances, in the sense of he hit the post and he had a clear one-on-one. He had a one-on-one. And I feel like he had too much time. And I think when players have too much time when they're indecisive, that's a problem, because you're just thinking, just take the shot.
Yeah.
Just take the opportunity. You don't need to be cute about it. I feel like he wanted to go around the keeper, go around the defenders, slot it into the corner, and, the Zimbabwe defender, impressively, got it off the line. And, yeah, man, I don't know. I think it was overall, man, I don't know.
Obviously, the result is disappointing when we're looking at the standings, but there's a lot of positives to take out of this second half, especially.
There is, and I think at the end of the day, I think even after the game, you were just saying it was just not our day. It was just one of those games where the goal just didn't come, and unfortunately, I don't know, if we had played another 30 minutes, most probably would have hit the pole another couple of times, and that leaves us, or South Africa rather, it leaves us in a very tough situation, because Benin, they played against who did they play against?
They played against Rwanda.
Against Rwanda, and they got the W. They won, putting them right at the top with 17 points, leaving us with our draw 15 points, which would have been 17 had we not been docked points. But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And Nigeria as well, they won their game, and it makes Tuesday a very interesting game, because anything can happen. It's really up in the air. We don't like saying this, but we're gonna need to take out the calculators.
We have
to take out the calculators and just hope that first of all, Rwanda, we have to beat them emphatically. So I don't think if it's a case of if we can, like, let's just put them to the sword. Let's just, absolutely do a job, which won't be easy because they're also a team that are very,
they beat us actually.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not going to be an easy game, but we're playing at home. And again, I'm pretty sure that's going to be a game that everyone is going to be there for. Hopefully, I mean, the turnout at Mozambique was quite incredible. So you love to see that. But it just leaves us. And I'm just looking. I'm like, Zimbabwe, Lesotho, you guys are literally like, you're not even like, you know what I mean?
But at least Lesotho tried. They tried. They helped us in terms of goal difference with Nigeria.
I guess.
But Zimbabwe, bro, they were even celebrating. I saw some fist pumps for a draw. Come on, Oaks. Why?
I don't know, FIFA coefficient. I don't know. That was a very anyways, but okay, fine. I wanna just ask you now, what are we saying about Hugo Broos today? I think we've sang praises of Hugo Broos endlessly for the past how many months. I feel like today we can say that he got it wrong.
But also the criticism has always been in games of jeopardy.
Yeah. Oh, in terms of the games where you really
I remember the Nigeria semi-final in the previous AFCON. We were way too pragmatic for that game. And Pesitao wasn't having the best tournament, but he was reluctant on playing him. But this game, bro, I shouldn't have been introduced to this game. I don't know about you, like what rate. Also the Nigeria game, us backing off and deciding, we'll take the draw.
Let's give them, I think, the thing is, we're just saying if, buts, and maybes. We're just like kind of looking at it as just, I think at the end of the day, even if it's a case where, as you said, even if Sitole wasn't playing, even if Mbate came in, we still could have won this game. And I think it's disappointing that we didn't because we had opportunities to. And I think more than anything is the fact that we were so close. We could literally touch it. And I think because of a clerical error, which I feel like is embarrassing for South African football, for SAFA, it's embarrassing. I think, if we're being honest, Bafana, this team of players, they played a qualifying campaign. They qualified. They played a campaign good enough to qualify for the World Cup. This is on SAFA in terms of that mistake that was made. And it's disappointing if this ends up resulting in us not being able to qualify, because it's literally, it wasn't even of our doing. It wasn't even a case of on the field. But again, that's a whole other conversation. We can't really cry over spilled milk. What has happened. And now we just have to hope and pray. Slaughter whatever you gotta slaughter, burn whatever you need to burn. This is crunch time. This is really the game of all games, and I'm just hoping that we're able to show out, keep the hope, it's still there.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know. But any final thoughts before we kinda
Bombela turn up, bro.
Yeah.
Bombela turn up. The boys, make sure your shooting boots are on for that game.
This is what it's about, This is what we like.
But this is what we do.
This is what we do. This is literally what we do. And I think, can I just say, the both of us, the game ends, we're quiet, we're very distraught. That just shows what this Bafana team has done. The fact that they've given us expectation, they've given us hope, and it's a credit to them that they've had an incredible campaign, and irregardless of what has happened, they should really be proud of themselves. But there's one more, the job's not done. And
please, bro, we're begging.
Dima Kaila, he don't put I just we need.
Our Yoruba.
Our Yoruba, literally our name is right here.
Bro.
We literally anyways, that's pretty much it. Signing out, 2 very disappointed South Africans. Stay tuned in.